How do you do? It would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Right. Fucking thing sucks!
I knew the mic was muted, I just couldn't reach it while I was holding Rocket, and I knew everyone tuned in just to see him. No one cares about me, I'm just the feeder of Rocket, which is totally cool, I understand that, but it wasn't a mistake, I knew I was muted. I don't have three hands. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Wyatt's Metal podcast that Rocket doesn't want to appear on for the moment, right? Why don't you want to be on camera? As you can tell, I am back home in the normal studio setting, surrounding with my broken ass mic still. Fully back and mostly recovered from Tolminator. I thought going to fucking Europe and dealing with that time schedule and then coming back here and being tired, I thought that my sleep schedule would actually get better because I'd normally wake up way too fucking early. Now I've been waking up even earlier. Guarantee some of you people are getting off of work by the time I'm by the time I'm waking up still. But anyway, it's been being back. Really the only thing I missed was Rocket. That's it. If I could have brought him with me, I wouldn't have come back. But here I am. How is everybody doing? Welcome to the sometimes weekly show known as the Wyatt's Metal podcast, if you're new here. I like to keep people on their toes. We're on singer time here, as we tend to be. Hold up. Let me take a sip of unrecognizable caffeine. How's everybody doing? I hope you are all having a very metal couple of weeks, however long it's been since we were last live. We did do 2 pre-recorded podcasts with the band while we were out in Europe in our Airbnbs in Venice. The audio on those might be kind of bad, but they're fun if you want to check them out and listen to those. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging with nothing. And the Tolminator video is now up online. If you haven't watched it yet, click off of this, go watch it, come back, I'll still be on here. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to even say about Tolminator that I haven't said. It was awesome. We played well. Their show was really fun. I've jumped out of the sky on a kite. What else is there to say? Yeah, if anyone has any questions about it, go ahead and ask in the chat, because I know I haven't been able to do a live stream here in a sec, but yeah, Tolminator's fucking great. We're back home now. Endured about a 25-hour travel day coming home. That was fucking terrible. Started amazingly, though, because I booked us... after Tolminator, words, coherent thoughts. After Tolminator, we went back to Venice, Italy, but for the first time, we went to where the actual canals are, the touristy spot of Venice, which I've never seen before. And I gotta say, holy shit, I felt like I was walking through an old like Renaissance painting. It was incredible being there. I know that water's nasty as fuck. I would never go swimming in it, but that's one of the most like picturesque cities I've ever seen. The whole time we were all walking around just being like, holy shit, I've never seen anywhere like this. But so the Tolminator shuttle took us to the town square there, which is the furthest cars can go because everything else is boats and just walking. So we had to carry all of our luggage and the bass and the guitar through like 20-minute walk up a bunch of like archways through Venice. I was fine, but my bass player was pretty knocked out and tired and like struggling. So while we're doing that, I was like, I really don't want us to be doing that on the way back, rushing to get on a fucking 10-hour flight and deal with that type of way. So there has to be some type of easier way to do this. So I looked it up, and renting a private boat to take you directly to the airport was only like, I think it was 160 euros. It's probably like 175-ish in freedom money. But broken down between the band, it was roughly like 40 euros each. And I was like, all right. I know we flew all the way out here just to play for 20 minutes on the DIY stage, but I think we need to ball out and get a private boat to the airport, which was sick. We did that after hanging out in Venice for like 2 nights. We still had to walk like 10 minutes or so with our shit, but we had a private boat that picked us up and drove us through the canals of Venice like the most private touristy spot you can, and then directly to the airport. There's a boat terminal for the airport there. And that was way better, I thought, than hiking for 20 minutes through a bunch of cool looking but exhausting archways, and then getting on a public bus and then going to deal with all that shit. I have videos on my Instagram if you didn't see them. I was thinking of putting them in the Tolminator video, but then it kind of didn't. Hold up. To make sure I'm not sharing the screen yet. Where am I looking at? Oh. It's been a while, guys. I don't remember how technology works. Alright, on the Instagrams. Sanity heading back in style. Got a private fucking boat taking us to the airport. Boat insanity. Metal things. Venice is such an amazing, beautiful place. I would love to spend more time here. It's colder. Yeah, it's fucking hot, or it was when we were there. Best private shuttle to the airport ever. The rest of the 10 hours, 20 hours of the day was sitting on shitty airplanes, dealing with crying babies, going in and out of consciousness, and then dealing with LAX as soon as we got back. So, excuse us for balling out in the morning a little bit.
Ciao, ciao, Vanilla.
I like Italy a lot. I just don't want to come here in the summer.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. And then we went off-boating. It really felt like we were sneaking out of Italy, like we just pulled a heist or something. Recommend, if you ever find yourself in Venice, Italy, get a private boat to the airport. It's worth it. Money comes and goes, but boat memories last forever. Yeah. Some people are asking, am I going to put full-length video of our set at Tolminator? Yes, I will. I was focusing on getting the overall Tolminator video done first. Now that that's up, I will do our full set, because some people got some really great fucking camera angles, some really good footage. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then if you are signed up to my Patreon, the Canadian Kaiju campaign, for only $1 a month, I put the entire unedited video of the paragliding flight on there, and I'm gonna upload all of the videos I took like as a vlog format on there too, without my annoying narration. It will just be the raw footage of everybody. So that's your temptation to go over there, but I'll put the full setup on YouTube when I do that. Took a couple weeks off working, more or less, so I gotta get cranking to please the algorithm gods. Let me get to some comments here. I do have some subjects to go over. Some things did happen while I was gone and while I've returned. Danik the Red said, what is up, everyone? Anyone going to 70K? Trying to convince myself to sell my kidneys because I gotta buy 3 tickets. They finally updated their website, too. I would recommend just go get someone else's on the black market. If you're a drinker, I don't know if your kidneys are going to be worth that much. Yeah, I'm going to go over the 70K lineup here in a bit. It does look pretty fucking good so far, from what I remember. Projector, who I met at Tolminator, which was awesome, and he gave me a white monster on the way out, which was very cool. I appreciated that, especially because I was really fucking annoyed that day. Some shit was really annoying, but I appreciated that. Got to see Death Angel 2 days after Tolminator. Nice. I hope they were awesome. It was a trip for me to see so many people, like in bands, at Tolminator, who I saw at Milwaukee just like a month before whenever. Like when obviously when Jamie Jostin went up on stage, it was like, I just saw you in Milwaukee, and now we're in fucking Slovenia. And when I was in the lounge area charging my phone once, Devin, the vocalist for Sen Bog, whatever the fucking name, they're a cool band, but that name. He was in there, and I heard him telling somebody he just got back from Australia like 2 weeks ago. I was like, God damn, I just saw you in Milwaukee 2 weeks before that. Like, touring life is crazy. We were very much spoiled and treated this as a vacation on top of playing a show. Because most bands at Tolminator, not all, some bands were doing like us and were camping and having fun. But many bands basically show up and play, maybe hang out for a bit, and then leave because they have other shows to do. And I think now that we've fully stayed at Tolminator twice, I feel like next time we do that, if there is a next time, we should really aim to be doing more than one show. Even if we did all of Tolminator again, I'd want to be like, all right, but let's also do a bunch of other shows around it. Because, yeah. That's how real bands do it. We have to suffer if we want to be true. What else did I... Is it? Sangui Sugar Bog. That's a stupid fucking name. Their music is good. I'm not shitting on the band. I'm just saying the name is fucking dumb. What the hell does that even mean? You know no one's gonna be able to fucking pronounce that shit right. But yeah, I'm not shitting. They were very refreshing for my ears when they came on. Good God. Like, even if I didn't think a band was dog shit, you know, like bad musicians, there was just a lot of really slow bands there where I wanted to be like, let's get a little more retarded. I need flying trash cans. I need municipal waste. But, yeah. There was one point where I was at the beach stage and a couple of bands were good but not my style. Not shitting on anyone who liked that. It just wasn't my thing, baby. And then I went over to the second beach that's near the campsite. It was pretty close to where we were camping. And they have big speakers out there, and they were playing like Leonard Skinner. They were doing Chuck Berry, fucking Little Richard, like old school stuff. And I was standing there in the water and I was like, this is my vibe. I could just hang out here all day. I could not even see any bands, and this is fucking great. Oh, I should have said in the video, while I was at that second beach, people are, you know, drinking, hanging out. And there's people sailing down the river who are just normal Slovenian people, not part of the festival at all. And this older couple came down in like a canoe-looking thing, and they see the metalheads, and they like hear the music, and they're laughing. And then they come over to the beach, and as soon as they pull ashore, a bunch of metalheads come up and like bring them drinks and start like hanging out with them and just treating them as part of the group. And you could see the two of them were like, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. It was a damn good time. Someone asked what was my favorite part. All of it. It was all of it. I don't know what to pick. Us playing was incredible, obviously. The circle pit around us while we were playing, that was fantastic. All of the band really appreciated that. You look like a caveman shave. I know, actually, I do need to at least trim it up a bit. I've meant to do that earlier and then I was busy. But when I turn this off, when you see me next, it'll be a little bit better. I'll go into my player creator screen and edit it. Honestly, see how many guys agree with this or not. Because a lot of dudes say that their facial hair like bugs the shit out of them. I genuinely don't feel it. If I did not have a mirror, I wouldn't know how long it was until I could see it, and then I'd be like, oh shit. So that's why sometimes it gets a little grisly at times. Nice shirt, have the exact same one. Nice. The circle pit looked awesome. Screw giant ones. We need more around the bands. I mean, we had to take advantage of the situation, right? That's what I thought. Yeah, that was really fucking cool. And then at one point, I think it was during the next song, the mosh pit was going normally. And then at one point I noticed that everyone was moshing in reverse. Not only going in the opposite direction, but running backwards. And I don't know why it was funny. We were all like, what the fuck? But at one point I look up from headbanging and a bunch of people are like reverse moshing. I'll put that when you see the full set, you'll see that there. It was funny. If someone was part of it, please explain it to me. But yeah, that was fucking dope. I legit felt like, I remember thinking this is what Metallica must feel like when turning around and seeing everyone in, like, every direction. And then, dude, the paragliding was nuts. Because I did it before, when we played the first time. But this time, went way, 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 way higher. I know I said that before, but, like, the tallest mountains you could see from the festival... We were at the peak of the ones that you couldn't see behind those because they're even taller. Like, it was definitely intense. It was awesome and kind of terrifying at the same time. Fun, but at the same thought, it was like, yeah. Incredible. Everyone else I knew was too afraid to do it, but I strongly, like, it's fun. I recommend it. The dude is a really cool person, professional, knows what he's doing. And I did have the thought of, well, if something did go wrong and, you know, it broke and I fell, you would die quickly, so at least there's that. You know, it would be over quick. It's fine. Was anybody in a banana or fruit costume? And if so, did y'all get him jump? Yeah, anyone who looked like they were having too much fun during our set, I ordered them to go into the river and we waterboarded them. No, yeah. I don't know about, was there costumes? There might have been like a little. The Tolminator guy with the mask was running around, which was awesome. There wasn't like a shitload of costumes, which obviously would have been fine if there was. But as soon as we started, a beach ball comes flying at me and I'm like knocking it off my head while I'm performing, which I thought was funny. There's a bunch of times where I'm immediately like, oh shit, I gotta go for the beach ball. It's weird, and I see these dickhead musicians on stage who get mad at, you know, beach balls or fun happening. I'm like, how do you even do that? Because I'm performing the song. I'm like 100% into it. And as soon as the beach ball comes, I'm like, oh, like immediately, I don't even think. I'm like, oh yeah, just participate. Not like, how dare they? You're not taking our music seriously enough. No one puts banana in a corner. That's goddamn right. The house band was awesome. I super love that the Tolminator dudes have their own retarded little thrash band that they say is stupid as fuck. That they say they don't practice. They just get up and have fun. I think that is like totally captures the whole spirit of the festival. And like I said in the video, the DIY stage where we played, it's not far from the main stage. And when the main stage band ends, while the next band's setting up, the DIY stage is playing. So it's very easy for people to go back and forward. It's not like the DIY stage is out in the parking lot somewhere, completely separate from all the bands. What the fuck is my camera doing? But yeah, they are very DIY friendly. Wasn't one of the organizers at your performance? It might have been. It's hard to tell under the mask because there's several of them that are wearing the Tolminator thing. Actually, no, one of them was definitely there, yeah. Yeah, one of them was definitely there for sure, so never mind. Yeah, they were really cool to us. Awesome dudes. Very accommodating, making sure everyone's having fun. I haven't heard anything bad about the Tolminator guys, so that's good. Is there anything else to say about Tolminator? What the fuck else can we talk about here? Not the worst place to die at. I kept saying over and over again, like, this 10 out of 10 bleed out spot. If I ever get attacked by a wolf, I hope it's in Tolman. And just sit on the river and bleed out. And think about, like, should have tried harder, but the loved one got away. And now I'll never experience that thing. That's the perfect place for it. If you go out like Arthur Morgan, I want it to be in Tolman. It's the best place. Yeah, what else about it? Should have seen Raised by Owls. They did a game show of their gig. Best headbanger, crowd surfer, and impression of Barney from Napalm got a free shirt. Also covered break stuff and... Oh, man, yeah, I should have watched that band. Alright, I fucked up by not seeing Raised by Owls. Because I like all of those things. That sounds awesome. I met a bunch of cool people there who were in bands. I met the guys from... They were called Don't Drop the Sword. Who were saying they're basically just straight up a rip off of early Blind Guardian. And they're proud of it. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. They were awesome. Who else did I meet? There's a bunch of others. Oh, what was the one from the main stage? Fuck, I don't remember. I met a lot of cool, awesome people there. And I'm terrible with names. If you told me your name, I do not remember it. But if I ever see you anywhere else, I will absolutely recognize you and be like, oh yeah, you from Tolminator. And I'll remember our conversation. But your name, gone. That's just how I am. I do not remember names unless I read it, and then I'm like, okay. I try, but I'm retarded. Did you see Brad ask something stupid with Dom? I was looking forward to checking them out, because I know their singer's pretty wild on stage. They started while I was still paragliding. I caught the very end of their set, just like the last song or so. But it was weird. Their singer seemed like not that into it. I've seen in their videos, she looks like she's doing gymnastics and shit like that on stage. Here she wasn't. She looked kind of, I don't know if she was hungover or a tired travel day or something, but yeah, a couple of my band members were also like, she seemed like something was up, because that was not what we were expecting at all. I don't know. Hangovers are a bitch. I don't know. What did the paragliding cost? It was 150 euros, which is not bad. And it was about like a 40-minute drive up to the mountain, and then like another 40 minutes flying around. And they pick you up right from the festival and take you right back. It was cool this year at the festival. They had a little booth for the paragliding, and they had a VR headset. So if you wanted to try to see what it's like at the festival, you could do that. I'm like, that's dope. I was telling him, dude, that was a really good idea. I'd love to see Belushi Speedball with a pit like that. Yeah, Belushi Speedball would be perfect at Tolminator. Tolminator needs to book Belushi Speedball, Arnocore, Green Jelly. What are other just wild as fuck party band? Goodalox again. They had them before, but they should do it again. Yeah. Next year they have Kenon and Faber. When I saw that, I was like, fuck! I guess I'm coming back next year whether we're playing or not. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Last year I checked, it said 150 euros for 10-minute, 160 20-minute paragliding. Damn. Well, I guess if you're the savior of metal, you can reach higher than the normal people. I don't know. The first time I went was definitely not as high and crazy as this time, so whatever it is, I recommend doing it. Yo, Wyatt, stopped my casual listening session. Nice to catch you live this soon. I guess Tolminator was awesome. It was. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Kenon and Faber was also announced for Vakken next year. Shit. Oh, on the way back, they released their new song, Mein Leben, and I was listening to it on the plane, and I was like, fuck! That is one of the very few newer-ish bands. I know they've been around for a minute now, but newer-ish bands that genuinely makes me be like, fuck, this band is awesome. A lot of other ones, I'm like, this is cool. I dig it. You know, right on. Kenon and Faber, I'm like, fuck. Yeah, go listen to their new single that came out. Holy shit. I'm a fan of History and War, though, so I like them a lot. Next year, I'll give you a heart attack with a full 20-pack of Monster Energy. That's a good start. That's a nice breakfast. I appreciate that. You underestimate my power. Did you sing Mr. Chow's rendition of I Believe I Can Fly On? I didn't do Mr. Chow's version. I think I did say it for a second, though, because I remember I clipped that the last time I did it. And if anyone was terrified seeing me just holding my phone thousands and thousands of feet in the air, it was attached to a little clip thing, so like if I dropped it, it would have just been hanging next to me. You know what's funny? While we were driving up to do the paragliding, I was talking with the guy about that woman who was just hit out of the sky by a plane while she was fucking doing the same thing. And we were like, yeah, that was fucking crazy. All right, let's go. That's how I roll. Before every single time before I go on the metal cruise, I'm watching videos of cruise ship disasters that sink. What are you doing? I don't know what Rocket is entertaining us with right now. He definitely missed me so much. It's like, I know most people's cats tend to ignore him when they come home, or just like walk up and little like brush up or whatever. Some cats get mad at them. Rocket immediately comes running out to me and is like a dog, is like trying to climb in my face. It was kind of rough because it was legit like a 25-hour travel day. And we landed at LAX at about midnight. I'm not used to staying up late. I was exhausted as fuck, and I knew that as soon as I get home, Rocket's going to want to cuddle for like 20 minutes before I'm even able to go to bed. So as soon as I come through the door, he just like jumps on me, and I'm rubbing all over my face. And then I have to brush my face off before I can pass out. But I love you, so I do it anyway. Yeah, he missed me a lot. Think he wants to play. My cats are the same way. Dark Disciple 666, Homie G, Daniel of Disciples of Death, and Dark Insanity. How did you enjoy the show? We were both pretty stoked at... I was saying the Circle Pit was amazing for us. Oh, the fucking... The automatic laser pointer turned on and was pointing at the ceiling. That's what he was doing. See, you can keep cats entertained. Your house is haunted by retardation. That's why it's down here. What's with the name Tolminator? Did they want to call it Terminator but just change the spelling to avoid getting sued or something? No, it takes place in the town of Tolman. Tolminator. Yeah. Simple. Don't be like the singer for Agnostic Front and call it Terminator Fest, which was retarded. It was sick as fuck. Circle Pit around was definitely a highlight. Yeah. That was rad. I'll definitely edit up the whole thing and put it up there together. Woof, what a drag. You come home to a creature who loves you and wants to aggressively cut. It was horrible. Come home from being a rock star to affection and love. It was awful. I'm not used to those things. I should have walked in the door and just been alcohol poured on my face and strippers in the room. But no, we're still an up-and-coming band. No, yeah. I opened the podcast by saying if it wasn't for Rocket, I wouldn't come back at all. I would still be in Tolman right now at Punk Rock Holiday. I'm just saying, if you ever have to travel for 25 hours, try to time it so you don't come home at midnight. Facts. Bro, Agnostic Front's vocalist sounds like your dad who has to shit. Yeah, I was excited for Agnostic Front because high energy, fun, hardcore, and Lou from Sick of It All just passed away, which I'll do more of a tribute for here in a bit. But I was excited for fun, upbeat music, and then he started, and I was like, what? I don't know if he actually had fucking throat cancer or something. If he did, I don't mean to make jokes about it, but I was genuinely shocked when his voice came out. It was like, if you watch a cartoon where they, like, if you watch like SpongeBob and they show a really jacked, like overly roided out bro dude with like a mohawk, and then he'll talk like, hey, you guys, he was like that. It was fucking weird. And then he kept calling it Terminator Festival multiple times. I was like, come on. You're not making hardcore look good right now, sorry. I was excited as well for agnostic until I wasn't, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's the pissed off rawness that's appealing about the band, not so much his voice. Yeah, when he wasn't singing, it was great. I liked the music. There was a song he didn't do, it was awesome. I wanted to like them and I was shocked. I don't want to be mean, but I also want to be honest. Who watched the cat while the father was out screaming his esophagus out, basically? A good friend of mine, Lauren, lives around here. She is a piano teacher, so she's actually able to be home and come over. She took care of Rocket while I was gone, which I very much appreciated. She understands the plight of musicians having to run off. But now I'm back, for now, until I go to Aftershock. I was joking at the Super Metal Festival in Europe watching death metal bands. I was like, my next festival is day 2 of Aftershock, where I'm going to see Cypress Hill, Public Enemy, Wu-Tang Clan, and Limp Bizkit. Like, yeah. Diversify your music, people. I need to drink this before it gets bad. No one stole the caffeine from my tent this time. That was nice. The Horror Wombat, by the way, I loved the subtle roast of Metal Meltdown and Bobon the other day. Yeah, with that little post. Yeah. Something I didn't tell people about. I was aware of some behind-the-scenes scheming going on that was trying to get me taken off of Tolminator there for a little bit. Yeah. I can't confirm that certain YouTuber was like, alright, team, go do this. But all of the Infinity Stones were lined up at the same time. But yeah, some fucking retards messaged the Tolminator people saying, this Wyatt guy is homophobic and said this about this person, and it would be really dangerous if he's here for us. And I was like, I mean, I'm not homophobic. I hate annoying people, whether you're gay or straight. I'll tell you, I'll make fun of you, either one of you, no matter who you fuck. But, yeah. I thought that was adorable. And it was also funny because I know you're aware, obviously, in that AI Aussie video when I called out the Metal Meltdown for stalking my Instagram stories for months, daily. There's other YouTubers I'm cool with who follow me on Instagram. When I see they've popped up looking at my stories, it's not weird because we follow each other. When someone doesn't follow you, has shit talked to you before, and then keeps popping up on your stories, it's a little noticeable. And then as soon as I said that he was doing that in that video, disappeared. Never showed up again. I'm just saying. I'm really good at putting puzzle pieces together. Be like Grand Admiral Thrawn. Fuck woke tarts. Yeah. Anyone who complains about homophobia is a Karen whose opinion is irrelevant. Exactly. I did a video celebrating Rob Halford's wedding. Come on. I live in California. The fuck more do you need? Anyway. The municipal waste pit was insane. I had mud up to my knees. Oh, shit. And after I took off my boots, they were literally steaming down. Ugh. You sure that was mud? That might have just been a stinker. Yeah, my guitarist who's here in the chat, Daniel, was saying how awful it was because he was up toward the front during municipal waste, and people are crowd surfing and their boots are covered in mud. And not just mud, but those boots have also gone into the porta potties. And he's just like, ah, he's just like coming toward you, like, no. Yeah, that was funny. I'll make fun of you no matter who you fuck. That's legendary. Yeah. If someone is an annoying asshole and they're gay, I will throw in points about them being gay when I'm making fun of them, but if someone is straight and is an annoying asshole, I will also do the same thing. I will make fun of the straight qualities to piss, especially if they're acting like genuinely really homophobic, I'm gonna throw a lot of really gay shit at them to make them uncomfortable. That's how it works. You know what I mean? You use the tools to your advantage that are there. The smell, ew, yeah. I can't believe you said a few bad words I don't like. Let's cancel ruin your whole career. Because that's metal. It's super metal to decide what people are allowed to say. It's super metal to try to cancel one over sarcasm and not liking them. Shit talking has no boundaries, exactly. If you've fought with people on the internet enough, I'm sure plenty of you have had that experience of like, oh, super overly aggressive actual homophobe, and then you just throw like really gay innuendos at them just because it makes them freak out. Like, yeah. Exactly, it's funny. If you're straight and annoying, that makes you gay. Damn. I didn't say that. Alive over here said that. Gay just means shitty, hence the phrase that's... Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, if I met someone who was genuinely playing a full-on angry homophobe, I'd be like, you're retarded. What the hell are we talking about? Anyway, cancel mobs in metal are adorable, especially when you have no power here. Let's get to the tribute. Where am I? Oh. I'm not a fan of hardcore, but Lou's death felt pretty bad. Yeah, so... Trip started off on a bummer note. Yeah. Fighting on the internet is like engaging in a battle of wits with an unarmed person. That's why you just toy with them. If you actually try to have a serious conversation or try to change someone's mind on the internet, you're dumb. You're wasting your time. What you need to do is be like a cat with a mouse and just fuck with them. And you can let them get a little bit closer and then you flick them. And then they start to do it and you pull them back. Just entertain yourself. That's what the internet's for. You will never actually, like, convince a trollish person of, like, oh, I've seen the errors of my ways. Just have fun with it. Yeah, that shit was nasty and crazy. We appreciate you taking that for the team. I was trying to get to the tribute about Lou, but one more. At least as a volunteer, I got to take hot showers for free. Yeah, the DIY bands did too. DIY bands, we were allowed to use the hot showers for free, which were nice. I'm kind of a germaphobe when it comes to showers, so I was still a little grossed out, but it was better than nothing for sure. By the way, recommendation: if you're broke, take up volunteering at Tolminator. Early camping spot, takes average 4-hour work shift and free meals daily. Yeah, when I met Projector here at Tolminator, he said that I think most days worked like 6 hours-ish. And it's mostly, you know, just making sure no one brought a AK-47 with them. And then you're free to do whatever you want. So, there you go. Anyway, I want to do my tribute to Lou from Sick of It All right now. I need to bring that up because very short... I don't remember if it was like the day we got there or what. It was very shortly into the trip, found out that legendary hardcore frontman Lou Collar of Sick of It All passed away at only the age of 59. Lou had been battling cancer for quite a while now, and really sadly was pretty much last we heard he had been ruled cancer-free sometime last year. It seemed like he beat it and was good, and everyone was stoked. And then it came back, and the last video we saw of him, he really did not look well at all. Vocalist Lou of New York hardcore legend Sick of It All has died after a long battle with esophageal tumor. He was 59 years old. His bandmate said, "Is with unbelievable sadness we announce the worldwide hardcore family the passing of our brother Lou Collar. This year would have marked Sick of It All's 40th anniversary. Damn. I saw Sick of It All many times live. I was always a metal person, and hardcore was really like, for me, as you can tell by us just ripping on Agnostic Front just now. But I was under the impression that all hardcore sucked when I was young, before I heard Sick of It All. On some underground radio station, their song Take the Night Off came on, and I remember stopping and being like, what the hell is this? This is fucking awesome. And went and dug up that song, found out about Sick of It All. And their music was featured in Grand Theft Auto Lost and Damned, I believe. I don't remember if it was just in GTA 4 or if it was in Lost and Damned. It was in one of them. Even better there. Lou sounded fucking awesome as a frontman. And I saw them at, I think I saw them at, what, the Parkside in San Francisco, which is a tiny little fucking nothing bar. And then I saw them at Vakken, at Hellfest. Saw them with Municipal Waste. Other times, I saw them a couple times at Hellfest. They were fucking great. They were the hardcore band that the metalheads loved. Whenever they were on a metal festival, it was not like, what is this hardcore band doing here? It was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I got some vocal skill techniques from Lou. If you notice when I'm performing live, not with this mic obviously, but I saw Lou doing the technique of you hold your finger over the mic a bit, so when you pull it up, you don't bash yourself in the teeth with the microphone. It like stops kind of right at your lip. I got that directly from Lou as a tip. I want to pull up some live footage for the people who don't know. You're gonna know. You're getting a hardcore lesson here from Wyatt's Metal. Hot take, Sick of It All are the greatest hardcore punk band of all time, and no other hardcore band comes close. They're definitely my favorite hardcore band of all time. On personal level, I'll agree with you. I'll let the hardcore kids fight it out themselves. But for me personally, I agree with you 100%. Hardcore is hit or miss for me. It all depends on the vocals 9 out of 10 times. Yep, I agree. That's why Sick of It All passes. Let me find a... Saw Crazy Pits during them. Is there footage of them at Vakken? Sick of It All live was actually the first of now 2 times I saw a Wall of Death fail. When I last saw them, they were playing with Municipal Waste, and they call for a Wall of Death, and the crowd splits, and then at the part when they stop, the crowd like wasn't sure to go. They were still hanging there like waiting, and Lou was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Just standing there looking at them. I think that same show, before the failed Wall of Death, Lou got off stage and got into the crowd, and everyone was moshing in a circle around him. Yeah, Lou died way too young. It fucking sucks. He was way too good to be taken out by that bullshit. Let's do... Don't copyright me for playing hardcore. I'll be annoyed as fuck. To be fair, this one doesn't have the best audio, but... I'm gonna try to get away with playing an actual recording here in a sec, but enjoy it. I forgot how their guitarist did his little kicks on stage. Let me find a better one. Hellfest 2013. Let's do this one.
Put him up! Put him up, you drunken idiots over the bar! Everybody put him up! Let's celebrate like we don't give a fuck!
Yeah.
The big bitch is so brutal! And my life is such a punishment! Some of the words atrocities you pass!
They were so fucking good. I hate that this is over.
50 miles away to Norfolk! Power! Power! Is how we've been abused!
They were one of the bands every single time they were announced on a lineup. It was like, fuck yeah! Like, get out of jail free card for metal festivals. Sick of it all, Napalm Death. When they're announced, everyone's happy.
Wyatt's Poverty, Texas! Lost our prison road! Power! Power! Just not never change! Now what will come from us? Let's take the night off! Romantic says! Let's take the night off! Let's watch a man! Goddamn! I've had to bow to be! Best intentions got destroyed! We should have cried ourselves away!
Looks like it's raining at this festival. Something sad to notice here. Lou looks good here, rocking the stage, kicking ass. This was in June 2023. 3 years later, he's gone from cancer. You have to appreciate life while you can, folks. You never know how long you've got and how quickly things can change.
Take a break within the mindset! Power! Power! Now we've been abused! We're dead poverty, Texas! Lost our prison road! Power! Power! Just like never change! Now where come from us? The thirsty way, here we go! Come into a rating! Let's run its cock!
I remember the underground radio came on when I was a teenager, and this part came on, and that made me be like, who the fuck is this band? This is awesome.
Save the world tomorrow! We'll have to wait until that day! We'll wait! But in the meantime! Let's celebrate that we don't give a fuck! Let's celebrate that we don't care! Let's celebrate that we don't give a fuck! With a middle finger high in the air! Let's celebrate that we don't give a fuck! Take on that old personal blood! Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Playing fucking legendary hardcore, and this person quotes Cinderella. Come on. I just love how raw and pissed his vocals sound. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Alive said the vocalist sounds like he's been screaming so long he's about to lose his voice. He was. Yeah, they toured relentlessly. Yeah, rest in peace, Lou. Life sucks sometimes. Thanks for the awesome times. Crazy pits and bruises. And influence. Lou definitely directly influenced my performance a bit. Do you think Sick of It All will continue after Lou's death? No. Not at all. The guitarist is Lou's brother. So, no. That's definitely not going to happen. Copyright claim, all the money's gone. Godzilla going into crippling debt. Maybe. Very possible. Azure Blue says, sorry, completely forgot about the podcast. I'm gone just for a little bit and everyone here completely forgets about me.
Move this man!
No. Welcome back. What the hell else was there to talk about? Oh, another fucking boo this man news. Don't have to get to. Rant incoming. One of my favorite bands ever who cannot figure out how to fill out visa information, Hypocrisy, cancels August 2026 North American tour due to fucking visa issues. Also,
Move this man!
this happens a lot for this band. Swedish death metalers Hypocrisy have been forced to cancel their previously announced tour where they were opening for Dimmu Borgir, who I'm about to see. I had tickets for this show in LA. I mean, I still do. I assume Dimmu is still playing. They didn't cancel. That's a bad look if Dimmu continues the tour and you don't. They barely play at all. Yeah, they just basically said, we're sorry. We did everything we could. Did you? Did you? Because sometimes bands do get screwed over by some dickhead TSA or whatever the border control person who has a stick up their ass. That does happen. Also, sometimes bands just don't fill out their visa information in time. Sometimes they've been told the deadline that they don't do it in that time, and they're like, oh, whoops. I'm not saying that's definitely what happened here. I'm just saying I have heard of that happening for bands before, and they're like, "Oh, we've tried, and don't know what happened. Blame Orange Man or whatever." And when it's actually like you knew for a fucking year, you're supposed to fill it out, and you waited till the last minute. But I don't know. This happens a lot for Hypocrisy. Maybe there is something weird there. Some guy who's worked at the border of the U.S. for years just fucking hates Peter Tangren, and every time he sees, he's like, no. If Hypocrisy can't play in America, does that mean Pain can't also? That depends on if the visa restriction is because of Peter or because of one of the other members. I don't know. No idea. Canceled tour due to being fucking stupid. I don't know. Maybe. I'm fucking annoyed though, because I was very excited for that. I love Hypocrisy a lot. If you take Hypocrisy and Lou, if you take Peter Tangren and Lou from Sick of It All and put them together, you basically get me. In a lot of ways, so. I'm disappointed. Alien Man. And of course, all the annoying libtards are blaming Trump on social media. Hypocrisy and many other bands had visa issues in the past. Yeah, I saw a couple of comments like that being like, oh, I hate it here so much. I hate the Orange Man. And I'm like, yeah, this happened long before. I don't think it's Trump that hates Hypocrisy. He might not be a big fan, but... yeah, fucking Watain and all these other bands having issues too. It's because they sing about aliens, government cover-up. Exactly. They don't want the truth getting out there. Hypocrisy has been deported to Area 51. That's why they can't do the tour. What else are we doing? But yeah, I'll be at the Dimmu show in LA. Haven't seen them since Vakken 2012, when they had a full-ass orchestra. In other news, some people have asked me if I was going to make a video talking about the Slipknot situation. How come I have not talked about Sid Wilson being fired from Slipknot? The shocking announcement. And I'm going to say because it hasn't fucking been confirmed yet at all. And I don't want to be like all these other metal reporters jumping to, oh, this thing is definitely true because TMZ said so, with no other source, no verifiable person, nothing else to see other than TMZ said, trust me, bro. I'm gonna need a little more than that before I believe it. This report came out that Sid Wilson, DJ of Slipknot, probably the most useless member of the band, has been fired. TMZ revealed more information on the apparent firing, which neither Sid nor the other members of Slipknot have even commented on. And the ones that made sly comments seem to brush it off. TMZ reported DJ 49 had been permanently removed from Slipknot earlier that day, ending his 28-year run with the band. The outlet cited a source close to the band with direct knowledge of the situation. Super reliable. I know when I put that as my source in my class, I passed all of my tests. They told me so. Earlier today, TMZ shared a follow-up report indicating that Sid's exit from Slipknot was a long time coming, and that the decision to kick him out of the band came after the group finally had enough of Sid's behavior, namely the way he treated his bandmates. Source, trust me, bro. According to TMZ, who's never lied before. Slipknot was planning to announce Sid's departure this week, but the band lost control of the rollout when TMZ first reported Wilson's dismissal on Friday. The same day that this report went out, the band's guitarist Jim Root shared a cryptic Instagram story post that appeared to address the reported drama, saying, "Don't believe everything you read. Stop, think, take a breath, sit with it for a while. Maybe, just maybe even wait until there's more information." The fuck are you talking about, Jim? This is the internet. No one waits for more information. You read part of a headline and you make a decision that you will die on immediately. And anyone else that disagrees with you is a fascist. That's right. And then someone else, I'm going to get to what Kelly said in a second. One of the wives of one of the other members made some post that was basically saying, like, I heard from he said that she said that she said that he said that this thing's totally true, which is making fun of it. But Sid's now ex, Kelly Osbourne, who they sadly broke up somewhat recently, she made some posts on her Instagram that definitely seemed to be targeting him. Where'd it go? I thought it was on here. Well, I'll pull that up then. And then she deleted those posts. But I'm more interested in Kelly saying all the child support shit. That's what we're getting to right now. There, yeah. Kelly Osbourne seemingly calls out Sid Wilson following his reported firing from Slipknot. I really thought this was Justin Bieber for a second. So Slipknot have not confirmed anything. Sid has not confirmed anything. It's only TMZ saying this shit, which immediately made me be like, this probably is not true. But then Kelly, like, rage posted these on her Instagram stories that are now deleted. But she has said, strange how the loudest defense of the guilty is rarely innocence, it's distraction. When the mask slips, they don't face the mirror, they throw it at someone else. I also heard that when you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. Or is that just karma? Is this why I always take This is why I always take accountability. As they say, some are sicker than others. And then she posted this. My son's little heart once beat right beside mine, so trust me when I say I will protect it at all costs. Wake the fuck up. Take some responsibility. I will not take your shit anymore. I'm done. I want to be happy and have a beautiful son to raise. Leave me alone. Let me heal. I can't protect you from yourself anymore. And then my job is to protect my kids. Not your feelings, not your expectations, not your judgments. I didn't ask for it. This looks like some repost from some women power thing. But then she also said, and also while I'm at it, can I have my dogs back and all my possessions? Oh yeah, and maybe some child support, please. Damn. So those are the only actual legit shots fired at Sid that I've seen so far. The fuck is she babbling about? Someone apparently is not a great dad, according to her. So maybe it's very possible that Sid is a giant fuckhead that somehow fucked up his relationship with Kelly and Slipknot and has been fired, but they haven't announced it yet. Or the TMZ report's total bullshit. He's not fired from Slipknot, and, you know, love sucks sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. With their personal shit, I have no idea. I thought it was really sad when they broke up since they got engaged at the final Aussie show. But I have no idea what they're... I didn't even know they were fucking dating until that show. As for him with Slipknot, I'm not going to believe or even suspect anything until I see official statements of it. So I'm going to ignore all of these clickbait videos of... He's fired from Slipknot, oh my god, what happened? When we have no confirmation of that at all yet. If it gets confirmed, I'll definitely make a video. The fuck did I miss? Drama. You know this is the TMZ of metal. You know I don't actually talk about bands or metal or anything. I only report on drama. According to the haters of the channel. So that's what we were doing. Kelly needs child support. Take out of Ozzy's bank account. Not like he needs it. Damn. 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 I can't imagine that neither Sid or Kelly are hurting for cash. I don't like what Slipknot has become. Yeah. Although I gotta say, some of the presumptions around Slipknot are actually not true. I've heard that from inside sources. Because I've definitely had my presumptions of how the band operates, more of like a Walmart than like a band, which is still kind of true. One thing I heard from a direct inside source was that Slipknot does not play to a click track. Apparently they actually just straight up play their shit live. So, that's cool. That's a note to take. Still love the music, but damn. Yeah. You mean Slipknot Incorporate? Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That's what it is. At this point, Slipknot has a higher turnaround rate than your local McDonald's. Yeah, but I don't know. Who was the drummer? The drummer that was just fired. I have no idea what happened with him. We'll see. At this point, I have no reason to believe Sid was actually fired from the band, but... fucking maybe. Wouldn't be a surprise at this point, would it? Talk about 70K. We can do that now. We can do that. Hold up, I'm reading comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. Jack is cool, Kelly and her mom are lame, damn. I think everyone's allowed to have their opinions of the Osbourne. I do think Jack seems pretty fucking cool. I emailed him inviting him to the podcast, he hasn't responded. Wow. But I don't feel comfortable kind of saying anything negative really toward Kelly or Sharon in the situation, honestly. That's just me. Jay Weinberg, that guy. Yeah, I wonder what he did. I just find it funny how Jack gets so much shit for not being, you know, a retard online. His comment section looks a lot like mine. It's just insane how immediately the media jumps on stuff before any information comes out to back it up. Sick of all of it. Are you sick of it all? Hell yeah. If you need me, I'll be in my treehouse. Yeah, I know. It's, I understand you want to get the story out there immediately, but I think I watched someone's video that said, this was a report by TMZ, but now, like, Rockfeed's reported on it, and Blabbermouth reported on it, and like, yeah, they're all reporting on each other. It doesn't matter if everyone's reporting that on the story if they all are quoting the same fucking source. It doesn't give it more validity when you're all just reading the same person. And unfortunately, that happens a lot. Blabbermouth will quote Metal Injection while Metal Injection is quoting Rolling Stone, while Rolling Stone is quoting, I don't know, some asshole. You get my point. Clickbait. It's dumb. Be better. It was like when everyone reported at the same time that Blue Ridge Rock Fest was going on sale despite everything, and it was like, no, if you looked at it, it wasn't. Oh! Original fucking Rhapsody with Lusa and Fabian, first band announced at 70K. That will fucking get me to go. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get there. We're getting to 70K right now. You're saying journalists are no way! You're saying that journalists copy other journalists that just copy AI? Oh my god. I did not see that coming. Now let me bring up the 70 website. $70,000 tons of metal happening January 14th to 18th next year. Going to Dominican Republic, where I went before. It was fun. I ran through a bunch of waterfalls and shit. 70K has surprisingly already been announcing bands, a decent amount of them too, which, if you're familiar with them, is fucking shocking. Usually they don't have bands announced until like a day before the cruise starts, but out of nowhere, 70K announced some pretty fucking good bands already for this upcoming cruise. We got Abigail Williams, Ether Realm, Arch Enemy with Lauren Hart now, which is cool. Because last time I saw her on the cruise, she was with Once Human. I hope things are going well for her in that band. Battle Lore, Brainstorm, Diapocalyptischen Reiter, or whatever, German. Enforcer, old school, cool. Equilibrium, a lot of fun. Hammerfall, a lot of fun. Malakesh is cool. Moonspell's alright. Morse Princium Est is good. What is that? Naglfar, right, they're cool. Obscura Origin, which means that there will be a pillow fight on the cruise. Right? Origin's the band that always does it, I believe. Primal Fear is fun. Rhapsody, final show with Fabio Leone and Lusa Trilli, otherwise known as the actual Rhapsody of Fire, who I saw live at Wacken either 2011 or 2012, and absolutely fucking incredible. That is a huge temptation to go on the cruise. Take your chance to see actual Rhapsody for the final time, because holy shit. Amazing. Journalism is the original AI hallucination. Yeah, I've legitimately seen before a metal news outlet quoting like an April Fool's joke or an obvious sarcasm thing, and then a bunch of other outlets just quoting that one and then quoting each other, and I'm like, guys, it's like that scene when Doctor Strange is fighting Thanos and there's a bunch of them around, but you're just like, it's right there, stop it. Who the fuck? Which power pop band are you talking about? Rhapsody is a fucking amazing power metal band, pretty much speed metal too. Anyway, where are we? Sinister. Whoever that is. I know that band. It's just a difficult name to say. Yuli John Roth from Scorpions, Warbringer, and then some pirate band. Good so far. Pretty power metal heavy, which is fine. We're appropriate for a cruise. I have no idea if I'm going yet or not. We'll find out. I'm nowhere near getting on a metal cruise, but fuck, you gotta enunciate better on Once Human. Though for half a second, you said one seaman, and I was like, fucking, wait, what? I'm retarded. Everybody knows this by now. Oh, not talking to you, Wyatt. Someone asked who else is going to see Cheap Trick. Oh, okay. That's still not a power pop band. That's a fun classic rock band, but... Alright. Saw Arch Enemy at Vakken last week. I don't know a lot of their stuff, but Lauren fucking killed it. Yeah, Lauren is awesome. Huge fan of her. How was Vakken? It looked like it went really well. It looked like there wasn't any rain. I was very jealous. I would love to go next year. I really want to go to either Vakken or Hellfest. We'll see if it works out. Also, she's currently heading to one of the festivals in Helsinki, but when she's done with that, Sandy Sin from Dubai, friend of the channel, will come back on the podcast, and we're going to share festival stories, because she just did Vakken. Now she's doing a Helsinki one. I did Tolminator. I thought it'd be fun to hang out and have her recap Vakken and everything, because she was part of the whole like Vakken metal battle thing too. So sometime soon we'll have a fun festival recap show for everybody. Those who do not respect Rhapsody smell a fart. Why are you assuming that power metal fans smell good? William Buckley, who just played at a festival with Super Monster Party. Super proud of this dude who's been playing awesome shows lately. Big things happening for him. Woo this man in the chat. I don't have an actual woo this man, but I'm calling for it. He says, great lineup so far. Great lineup, but so hard to justify the price of this thing, and it keeps going up every year. Did it get more expensive? It was already expensive. At this point, I'm just hoping some bands ask me to fill in on it. Yo, last time I went, Monster Party played, so I'd say there's a good chance of that happening. Yeah, if anyone needs a fill-in bass player for any band playing 70, hit up Sir William Buckley. What the fuck was I just going to say? I completely blanked on it. Oh, I was going to look up the price. How much is the cruise now? Because, yeah. That's what someone in Milwaukee asked me, if the cruise was worth it. And I was like, it's worth it as long as you know about, like, the not great parts of it. Just, you know, how they usually take forever to announce bands. And it's very expensive. But besides that, yeah, when you're on board, it's absolutely fucking worth it. How much is 70,000 tons of metal this time? I want to go. Prices per person. Booking is now open for black survivors. I'm at least gold. I don't think I'm black yet. That should be a quote. You guys should clip that of me just saying, I don't think I'm black yet. Private cabin. We're not... Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, not only do you have to pay the price of the cabin, but every single ticket, there's an additional $575 added on board. It is not cheap. Some of this shit's already sold out. A quad... 4-person cabin for 1,500... That's not too bad, is it? Nah, that's kind of high. Yeah, if you want a 2-person, if you and your girl want your own room, yeah, it's almost like $3,000. This is for interiors too, with no windows. It feels like you're in a fucking box. So take 1,500 or 1,466, divide it by 4 people. And then add $575 to all of that. Cruise for the elite. The 1%ers. When I hit 1 million subscribers, then I'll be able to go back on 70,000 tons. Right now, my puny little 100K won't cut it. This is the big leagues here we're talking about. Oh, Vakken, a little bit of rain and no mud, but hot and dusty pits. I will take that for Vakken. That would make me happy. They added another fee to select your room. Well, that's nice. Because it wasn't expensive enough, was it? Need a Ric Flair woo clip. You're right. Yeah, I should definitely have that one on here. Bruh. This is the correct response to the prices for 70K. No matter which way you slice it, you're paying at least 2K to get on this thing. It already says a lot that Will's even saying this, because he usually just books it immediately. So are you still debating if you're going to go or not? I did get knighted by a guy with a styrofoam sword at Loud as Hell recently. That's exactly what I would expect from... That festival looked fun. That looked cool. I don't think I'm black. Called it and quoted it. 2K for 3 days, maybe when I grow kidneys and that doesn't cover flights. No, it does not. That is correct. It's more than 3 days. I think it's like 4 days, 4 nights roughly. There's a huge asterisk to put with the price here because it's very expensive. I'm not saying that's not, and it does keep getting more expensive every fucking year. But you not only get all of those bands, all of the food is complimentary. You have to kind of equate that in. Well, compliment, it's included. Everything that's not alcohol is included. So if you don't drink alcohol like me, once you pay that price, you don't have to pay for anything else really. So when you think of it like that, it helps. But it does keep getting more and more expensive for sure. My ear perked up a bit at Black Survivors and I thought, shit, I'm not black at all. Damn. Dude, William, I think I fell on you while I was crowd surfing at a Powerwolf concert. Yeah, you did. Nice guy sent me back up. I was at that show too. Yeah, if you fell on him, I was probably standing next to you. That was a fun show. Yeah. 70K is expensive as fucking shit. When Megadeth did their own cruise, I did that one, and that one I got my own room all to myself, and that was fucking cool. But it was like $800, not $4,000. Yeah. Freak. Oh boy! Guys, if you want to get the Grand Suite for $4,300, you get the privilege of not having to pay extra to choose your room. Fucking thank you, 70,000 tons. I worked so hard to earn this opportunity to choose my room. Something you could have done every single year before this one for any of the other rooms. But now it's only for the Grand Owner Suite, motherfuckers. Give us $4,000, you get the privilege of choosing your cabin. It's a lot of fun when you go on board. It is. It really is. God damn. I miss when cabins were $666. Back in my day, back 11 years ago in 2015, the first time me and Sir Buckley attended 70,000 tons of metal, without even knowing that we were both doing it. That was cool. I got a balcony room. Me and 4 friends. I think it was like $1,300 each for a balcony room. The interior rooms were like $666 if you were the first to book. And the lineup was like Cannibal Corpse, Blind Guardian, Behemoth, Municipal Waste, other bands I can't remember, Venom. Back in my day, you could have one job and afford to go on 70,000 tons. That's crazy. I hate how expensive everything is. I was surprised that there's younger people now who were like born after the 2000s who have no idea that concerts used to be like $5, like $15 back in the day. Like you see a stub of Slayer with Metallica opening for them for like $8 back in the day. And yet I complain for Judas Priest being 80 euros. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. That's a decent price. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't complain at that. Iron Maiden charging like 125 for pit tickets is like the best fucking deal you can possibly find now. That's the most like, damn, that's a good price you can find in America for a quality concert ticket. Tolminator means straight edge. What the? I don't even know what the hell this means.
Move this man!
How is Rocket? Rocket is great. He is excited I'm home. Loves waking me up at 2 a.m. for food. I like to stay longer for the podcast, but I gotta go ready to see AC/DC. Nice! I'll be in the pit watching Angus Young run around at 71 like he's still in his 30s. Getting more exercise than most of the people in that auditorium, I bet. Or that arena, whatever. Have fun. I'm sure that's awesome. There were other things to get to. I forgot about something that happened at Tolminator that I absolutely wanted to cover. We got to get back to it. Seeing which of these stories I'm not going to bother getting to. Yeah, we'll see if I get to Vakken and / or Hellfest next year. I definitely want to. Not only more expensive, but also more shitty. Whoever decided to sell American beer at Vakken, a German festival, needs to be executed. What American beer were they selling? Fucking, when I went, it was Beck's and Franziskaner. That's where I fell in love with Franziskaner. Oh, since I mentioned Vakken, I do want to get to that, because Vakken Open Air has announced bands for next year already. Not all of them, but a good amount of them already. Is it something that's worth attending? Hellfest already sold out with no bands announced yet, which is pretty nuts. Vakken looks like tickets are actually on sale and not sold out. That's surprising. They sell Budweiser at Vakken? What the fuck? That's disgraceful. Next year, Vakken Open Air has already announced Avatar, Beast in Black, I like them, Belphegor, they're cool. Between Two Worlds, Abbott and Isedale did an album one time that was really cool. They just did this at Fire in the Mountains Fest. I would definitely watch that. Blue Madoo, as I like to call him. Funny thing, I was not really a fan of Elisa in Arch Enemy. I am way more of a fan of her now that she's not in the band. I think what she's actually doing now musically is way more interesting and more authentic than her process shit with Arch Enemy, which honestly wasn't really her fault. But we got better Arch Enemy and we got her doing cool stuff, so I dig it. Carnifex, Calvera Conspiracy, Children of Bodom. Full on doing like every festival next year. Is it a tribute to Alexi, or is it a continuation of the band? I hope it's just I hope it's just a tribute. I meant to say the wrong thing. I would 100% watch it. It would be great to see those songs live again. It would be a bit weird. I said in a video before, I'm cool if it's a tribute in like honor of Alexi. If it's kind of just like we're kind of thinking of just continuing the band, then I don't really like it. But we'll see. Creeper, Crypta, awesome band. Dark Tranquility, Death Clock, a cartoon is performing at Vakken Open Air. Dragon Force, Ed Guy, who apparently is quitting now. Electric Callboy, who just performed there as Electric Bass Boy. That one band I can't pronounce. I don't even know what they sound like, but I can't pronounce them. Five Finger Death Punch, who they were like acting like is a big holy shit cool thing, and everyone was like, get ya, they're cool. Hailstorm, they're alright. Hammerfall, Heaven Shall Burn at Vakken is a war zone. Heaven's Gate, Halloween, High Res, Imminence, Ginger, John 5, John Bush. Canon and Faber. First time at Vakken, really? They haven't played there before? That's genuinely surprising. I want to see that. That would be cool. I want Canon and Faber on one stage and Sabaton on the other stage. Knocked Loose. Lame. Make Them Suffer. Malevolence. There's a lot of annoying current shit in here, but good stuff too. Metal Church. I don't know. Napalm Death. Norther. Also back, because Children of Bodom being back on festivals wasn't enough. We need to get the Children of Bodom ripoff also back on festivals. Overkill. Primordial. Seven Blood. Shadow of Intent. Silosis. Tail Gunner. The Browning. That sounds disturbing. The Narrator. The New Roses. Towards the Sinister, which is the real version of My Dying Bride. Right? I believe that's what it is. Yeah. If you want to see the real My Dying Bride, that's what Towards the Sinister is. I don't know what that is. UDO. What the fuck? What the hell is this picture? Alright. Yeah. Victorious and Witch Club Satan. How much is this one? Not as much as fucking the Cruise. The narrator is just a guy who comes out and describes what the bands are doing on stage. It's only the narrator from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, not the rest of the band. It's just the black dude who comes out with the very, like, epic voice. Welcome to Vakken Open Air, where we have beer and metal. And it's like... Vakken 2027 looks like it's 351 euros. Which is... That's also kind of going up more in price, too. But... You do have to pay for all your food and drinks and everything. I get a shirt, never mind. Younger ticket. That's pretty much what the ticket price was back when I went. Faster ticket. Expensive ticket. This is the, like, that's like the same price of the cruise, but you get kind of more stuff. Oh, you get, damn. Alright, would you rather go on the cruise, or would you rather go to Vakken and get all-inclusive catering and probably massages and blowjobs and shit? I don't know. I want to return to Vakken. You know, yeah, I know who UDO is. I'm a fan of his music, but that picture was weird. But yeah, I like him. I like his music. I literally hear the name Cryptid and feel my gut start moshing. You might want to see a doctor. Tail Gunner is a massive controversy on the Vakken Instagram. Why? There was already stupid-ass annoying controversy on the Vakken one. We'll do that one, and then we'll round back to the Tolminator one before we move on. Because it's current day internet, we can't have anything nice. I already pulled that up. What'd Tail Gunner do? I don't know anything about that band. Vakken is understandable with its price. I mean, that's like the price of all the big American festivals and everything, so it's not that ridiculous. What the fuck was I about to pull up? Oh. Vakken posted a weird thing. No spying on my shit. So I have no idea what prompted this post. I saw some, like, article about it earlier. But Vakken posted, During Vakken Open Air, several festival goers reported being denied entry to the festival grounds because they were visibly wearing anti-fascist patches, flags, or shirts or symbols representing diversity. We want to make our position absolutely clear. These actions were never in line with our values. Vakken Open Air stands for openness, tolerance, and mutual respect. We are a place where the global metal community comes together in peace, and we firmly support freedom of expression. This makes this next sentence really funny. We take a clear stand against right-wing extremism. Oh, nothing about left-wing extremism. Only right-wing extremism. You can be a radical leftist, that's fine. But only right-wing extremism we have a problem with. We have treated these reports with the utmost seriousness from the very beginning. Several days ago, we implemented a comprehensive set of measures to prevent similar incidents from happening again. They had to go through DEI training, I guess. These include issuing a clear internal statement, providing additional guidance, and awareness training for all relevant staff, and deploying our awareness team at entrances and key transition points to serve as dedicated points of contact. We are also following up on every specific report we receive. We ask for your understanding that we do not wish to provide a platform for hate speech or inflammatory discussions. For this reason, comments on this post will be disabled. Weak. Yeah. I have no idea if there were some ultra-militant right-wing guys who were working security at Vakken who were ripping off people's fucking rainbow patches or whatever, or if it's some people who are overreacting and causing a scene, as those types of people tend to do sometimes. I don't know. I just thought it was funny. Could have just left out this and everyone would have been like, take a clear stand against extremism. Everyone would have been cool. Fucking. Turning off the comments is a bitch move. In similar news, to show the fucking timeline we live in now. Probably a bit of both, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It could have genuinely been some fucking straight up roided out neo-Nazis took over security at Vakken. I wasn't there. Or it could have been someone being like, oh my god, this festival is offensive. I asked if I could put my Trans Lives Matter flags over the main stage, and since they didn't let me, that means that they hate me and want me to die. It might be that. Or it might be the other one. In my opinion, everyone should shut the fuck up. I hate Antifa. Good. Fuck am I at? If you're anti-fascist, you can't be pro-diversity or for freedom of expression. Inclusivity is exclusivity. Sometimes, yeah. Is there evidence? Not that I saw. It doesn't help with the comments turned off now, does it? But no, I saw one German article that said basically the same thing, but I didn't see any reports from anyone or any footage or anything. If there is, I'll let you know. Ever listen to Legion? Yeah, they're good. They're a dope band. I was confused when I first heard about that because I remember seeing a lot of anti-Nazi right patches and buttons in the infield. Yeah, I've been to Vakken. I remember seeing flags. It's Germany. There are anti-swastika stuff like everywhere. They don't like that there. So I would find it weird that all of a sudden some Vakken security is being like, no, you have to hide or you can't come in. In similar news, but I actually do know the details of this one. But we have to read it first before we really get into it. So, during Tolminator, this weird statement went up saying, Tolminator community statement. Tolminator is a community built on extreme music, freedom, inclusivity, and respect. We stand firmly against fascism, racism, homophobia, sexism, transphobia, all of the isms and obas, discrimination, hate, and any form of behavior that makes others feel unsafe or unwelcome. If you can't respect these basic standards, you are not welcome in our community. Look after each other, respect each other, keep your bullshit away from Tolminator, stay open-minded, stay respectful, stay mental as fuck. Also said, hang on. The plot twist to this one is a lot of fun, by the way, because I know what you're all thinking. Said, hello, my beautiful creatures. I honestly thought it was obvious where we stand when it comes to what is right and what is simply not acceptable in our scene. We all come from extreme music, subcultures, and communities that have always been built around individuality, freedom, and open-mindedness. But I guess I was wrong. So let me make this absolutely clear. The Tolminator community has always... Does this say the same thing? No. The Tolminator community has always been about inclusivity. It's about people of different backgrounds, different cultures, different identities, different walks of life coming together, sharing the same passion for extreme music and having a fucking good time together. We will not allow the actions or attitudes of a few rotten eggs to put a bad name on our community or the people who make it what it is. Tolminator stands firmly against the isms and obas. This is not up for debate. If you can't respect these basic standards of our community, then Tolminator is not the place for you. We want everyone to feel welcome. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the festival, the music, the river, the pit, everything in between without having to deal with hate or discrimination. There is a plot twist coming. So look after each other, respect each other, keep your bullshit away from our community. And if you choose to ignore these standards, you will not be welcome at Tolminator. You will be removed from the festival, simple as that. We are here to celebrate extreme music, freedom, friendship, and being fucking weird together. Stay open-minded, stay respectful, and stay mental as fuck. Pause. Ugh. This wasn't a thing before 2016, by the way. I don't remember any metal festival ever making statements being like, by the way, we're for inclusivity. It was always, no shit. Come to the festival and have fun and don't be a dick. Tail. Community statement too long, didn't read, don't be a fucking dickhead. Said that people need to say stuff like this over again. As a black man, I must say that I absolutely despise Antifa, based. Always so cringe when HR statement is followed up with something by like stay mental. To be fair, I know for a fact that Tolminator doesn't really have like an HR department, but I know what you mean. I get the point you're making. Someone did a paragliding shit drive. That's almost correct, actually. Anyway. So that gives you the impression, probably, that some left-wing person was offended or attacked by maybe Nazis, maybe not Nazis. Reads as you would expect most of these statements to go, right? Well, the truth was very different, actually. Since they were kind enough to leave the comments on, I did actually find out what happened. Someone quoted it here. Oh, and actually, hold that thought. Before we get there, Tolminator makes this post, and as many of you are aware, if you roll over and show your belly to the woke mob, they will eat you, like those weird creatures from Galaxy Quest. Because this statement saying everyone's welcome got this vegan anti-fascist to say, I started to plan to visit you next year, but seeing Maligga on the list, I immediately stopped my plans. Above you wrote empty words. This comment was funny. Proper way to fix this issue is to create a separate German camp and cap the amount of Germans buying tickets. It feels like we're in 1941. Hey, yeah. That's a great way to handle that. It's genuinely crazy how people can read this and have a problem with it. It's a festival. Of course, hate speech isn't tolerated, and why would it even be in your mind? You're going to a festival, enjoy music, and have fun with like-minded people. Keep your bullshit prejudice at home. Standing against fascism, but at the same time inviting Maligla. I'm not buying it, see? That's why you tell these people, fuck off. If someone says, you need to do better to show that you actually care, you say, you're a retard, go fuck yourself. That is the correct answer, because nothing is ever good enough for these people. But, see, Malignant is playing next year. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Wyatt's Metal, I'd love your take on this. You're getting it right now. Maybe you should reconsider having Maliga. Oh, okay, this one actually is worth reading. Alright, I'm coming back to that one. But there is a comment in here. Oh, yeah. Nice statement you got there. Such bad luck you force up. Nothing is ever good enough for these retards. That's why you don't say shit. Translation, I was never actually going to go. Ding, 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 ding. I'm positive whoever messaged the Tolminator guys trying to get me kicked off have never been to Slovenia in their lives. Yeah, I was reading the comments. Back in the day, people just beat up Nazis at shows and dealt with them themselves. Now we want it online. At least just get in a fight like a normal person would. Damn. We had Swedish Nazis camping right next to our bunch in Vaken 07, and all they did was drink beer, wore aviators, and nodded to each other while listening to... That sounds accurate. Who are MLGA and what have they done wrong to elicit a reaction like this? They're a black metal band. That's it. Pretty much. They're a black metal band that some people find sketchy. I think they're just a mid-black metal band. Yeah, that's my same response. I got nothing against that band at all, but I don't really care that much. Anyway, why don't we find out what really happened here, shall we? Because it was commented... Hold up. I'll get to it. See, they got Nazis on the ticket, though. Shut up, you such. Hey, I like the Tolminator guys, but hey. Where the fuck is this comment at? There was here saying what happened. I'm getting to it. We're doing it live, folks. Oh, is this it? Oh, there's some retards talking. Oh, okay. This is what actually happened. This is the comment I was looking for. But let's read these funny assumptions before we get to the truth of the matter. Someone asked what happened. Someone jokingly said someone played Erica on his JBL. You know, I gotta say, out of all the festivals I've been to, this is the one where I've heard people randomly singing that song in the campground occasionally. I've definitely walked by and heard and been like... But that's not what happened. This complete retard who had no idea of the situation and was just making shit up said they booked the band Mliga, whose frontman made an album called Judenfrei with song names such as Jerusalem in Flames. He later claimed it was about dehumanization, but well, if he made it now, everyone would have been like, this guy's the most pro-Palestine dude ever. Fuck yeah. He later claimed it was about dehumanization, but they played it live with notorious NSBM musicians and so on, and have made no great attempt to explain or justify this stuff, so people are skeptical. Plausible deniability, obviously, being the stock and trade of most fascists until our recent age of impunity began. So obviously, everything this retard said is complete bullshit and not true at all. Someone responded, they played in Israel a few years ago and the show was awesome. Like a bunch of Nazis. It's not Mliga's booking, but rather the following I copied for you from Facebook. Here is what actually happened. So, The person who posted this did not happen to him. He copied this from the person it happened to, but I went and found the original post, and it's exactly as he copy-pasted here. So, what really had happened? Thank you for your valuable and important statement. Unfortunately, our camp was vandalized last night. Someone smeared feces all over our furniture, tables, towels, and other belongings. In addition, an original sign Hino flag was stolen. I don't know what that is. It had great sentimental value to its owner. We are a mixed group of people, and apparently that is something some individuals cannot understand. We had constructive conversations with the security staff and the awareness team, as they had been sent to us based on false allegations. Our camp consists of me, a left-wing metalhead with a migrant background, my partner, some punks, another metalhead migrant, and an AFD voter. German Conservative Party, for those who don't know. Yes, I'm not particularly happy about the latter either, but everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and we get along very well despite our different political views. Imagine that! Holy shit, who is this unicorn on this earth? Because no one does that anymore. We're at a festival because we want to have a good time. Everyone is welcome in our camp, regardless of where they come from, their sexual orientation, their political views, or anything else, as long as nobody's harmed. Yet we were the ones who were attacked. My partner was verbally harassed for no reason. What is the point of that? No propaganda was being spread, nobody was turned away, and everyone was welcome to eat and drink with us. We do not play any music that is on Germany's index of harmful media, and there are no prohibited symbols anywhere in our camp, neither displayed outside or inside, nor tattooed on anyone, nor in any other form. Vandalism and theft are absolutely unacceptable. If anyone has an issue with us, they are always welcome to come and talk to us. Everyone is welcome, but what happened was simply antisocial and inexcusable. Our camp was targeted because people failed to understand who we are. Because they chose not to talk to us, false narratives were spread about us, even though all we wanted was to enjoy the festival and spend time peacefully with everyone around us. Stay heavy. The original person said, oh, yikes, and I said, well. Everyone jumps to the assumption that it was some probably gay person who was attacked by some Nazis. Actual swastikas came into their camp and saw their rainbow flags and attacked them. And Tolminator was like, no, this is wrong, we stand with them. When what actually happened was a bunch of loony lefty retards went and attacked some other lefties, actually, because of one person who they seemingly assumed to be a Nazi. Alive says AFD is not fascist. They're not. They're just conservative. So, weren't the AFD banned for being too fascist? That's how Germany works now. Bro, what? No way. Heino is some German folk singer. So yeah, some retarded, far leftist people at Tolminator went and physically attacked, harassed, and smeared feces all over this camp because one of their people was an AFD voter. How the fuck did they even know that? Was this guy walking around wearing an AFD proud shirt? Which would be kind of weird, but he would be allowed to do. How did that even come about? Who was walking around Tolminator going, who'd you vote for? This shit never happened before current day internet bullshit. Before all of this, everything I don't like is the Nazi fucking crap bullshit fear that goes on nowadays. And you know these idiots felt super proud of themselves. They're like, we showed those Nazis what's up. We don't stand for that here. When they attacked innocent people, and most of those people would have agreed with them in the first place. As she even said, I wasn't happy that he thinks that way, but we're friends. That is a radical thought these days. Leftists fighting leftists, love to see it. Usually what happens, doesn't it? It's usually one side who are the violent ones and then blame the other side and they end up hurting their own side more, which is just kind of funny when it happens. AFD are conservatives. AFD is sympathetic for the Nazi party. I don't know if they are. Stuff like this is why I don't like people. Me neither. I'm against that in all forms. If I'm against this conservative person being attacked, I would be against a liberal person being attacked for not fucking doing anything. I genuinely would like the idea of a metal festival that did not allow any political slogans at all, kind of like what people were claiming that Vakken did. But wouldn't it... I'm kind of an all or nothing person. I think you can either have pretty much every political slogan or you can't have any of them. If you can't have the right-wing slogans, then you can't have the left-wing slogans. If you can have them, then you can have them and you can fucking talk it out. That's why I keep commenting. I like that aftershock that I saw MAGA hats and like trans people in the crowd. And I didn't see any fights. Didn't see anything going on. I have no idea what AFD even is. What the fuck are we talking about? AFD is the Conservative Party of Germany, or at least they're one of them. I don't know how many they have right now. And some retards at Tolminator attacked a camp because they assumed they were all Nazis when they weren't. AFD are not Nazi sympathizers. That is literally illegal in Germany. Words. That would be instantly jailed if that were true. They had one slightly different opinion from their usual gayness. I just thought it was kind of interesting that the post really gives the impression that it went the other way. I would have definitely, if I said anything, would have blatantly been like, you don't bring this fucking bullshit here. It's really annoying how extreme far leftists think they own not only metal, but everything. Which they don't. I've been debating for a long time, making a video basically saying that metal was never woke. Because it wasn't, and it was never anti-it either. That's my point. Too many of these fucking claims of assuming metal has always been this ultra far left shit, and then completely ignoring facts. While I was at Tolminator, I was scrolling Instagram one day, some video popped up of an interview with Ozzy talking about when he performed in Israel, and it was Ozzy saying like, oh, I had a great show there, I loved the people there, it was so much fun, and I wanted to repost it and be like, Ozzy's rolling over in his grave, has he ever listened to the song War Pigs? He needs to go back and see what Ozzy wrote! Like, because that's how these fucking retards act nowadays. Metal is both right, left, and in the middle. It's neither. It's the metal fist going through all of them. You can be metal and be left, or be right, or be neutral, or be fucking whatever other party. This shit is so dumb. Make a politics fest exclusively for this shit. Then everyone fights one big battle royale and problem solve itself. Yes. I need to bring about my show Political Dunk Tank. It would be a lot of fun. Nazism is when you do something I don't like. Yeah, exactly. Don't bring any political shit into a metal festival. Too many variants of demographic. Just keep your bullshit to yourself. That's what I kind of think, too. Like, I feel like you're kind of asking a lot, just showing any political slogan or symbol at a massive international festival with people from all around the world. You know? Even if I agreed with whatever thing you're repping, it does kind of seem like a hotbed of unintentional or unnecessarily pissing people off. Metal is for everyone, that's why there's so many people who are metalheads. I just find it strange, especially how it's always focused on this Western view of left and right. Democracy versus fascism. Do metalheads from Saudi Arabia, from China, from Indonesia, do they get this brand of political garbage stuff? Who'd you vote for? Are you conservative or liberal or what? No, I don't think they are. Personally, I don't give a fuck what anyone believes. Just don't make it my fucking problem. Islam can go fucking die, though. Fuck this shit. Yeah. Base. Fair enough. I'm of the mindset, be cool. I genuinely don't care what you believe in, what religion you are, how you live your life, if you're cool and not an annoying cunt. That's all it comes down to. Wyatt's Metal says, don't be a cunt. Metal's for no one but me. None of you can have it, right? Anyway, that shit is depressing to see. Yeah. Can we move on? I don't care less about this bull. Don't tell me how to run my...
Move this man!
Most bands are writing music about whatever's happening in their country. Yeah. And they should. What the fuck else are we doing? What else is there to talk about? Oh, alright. Let's talk about a fun, happy story. Or a heartwarming story, I should say. To move on from that. Because we have a nice, fun, feel-good story for everybody, no matter what politics you believe. I was what they call liberal, libertarian, do your own thing as long as you aren't harming people, but I watched the leftist agenda dovetail with the globalist agenda. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like extremes at all, side. My political view is the same as Genghis Khan's. You can all do whatever you want as long as you bow to the empire. Oh, fun thing. Happy, heartwarming, fun thing. Who says metalheads are scary and mean? Ottawa hospital books power metal show for 27-year-old metalhead patient wishing to see a live show. You could have titled that a lot better, Lamb Goat. A power metal band played a private concert for a terminally ill patient. Get ready to cry. Canadian power metal band The Scepter recently performed a private concert at Somewhere Health in Ottawa for 27-year-old metal fan Tim Barry. Barry, who faces significant medical challenges, had dreamed of attending a heavy metal concert but was medically unable to do so. Staff at the hospital worked with a local venue, Dominion Tavern, to bring the show directly to him. The concert was staged for... I would hope it's for... Are you going to charge a fucking dying cancer victim to come see his private show? The concert was staged for free in the boardroom at the facility with sound, lighting, and equipment donated for the event. Hospital staff also helped Barry get ready for the occasion, painting his nails black and dressing him in a metal shirt. Damn. Aqueducts are about to activate, everybody. Several other patients were also able to attend this performance. The Scepter guitarist Josh Collins described the set as an emotional experience, saying we were happy to have our sunglasses on. I had nurses coming up to me after and hugging me and tearing up and saying, I'm so glad Tim got to have this. We got a video. I haven't actually watched this yet. He suffers from metal problems. That's true, he does suffer from metal problems. You're right. Where am I? Oh.
On today's edition of Simply Ottawa, heavy metal dreams coming true for a 27-year-old patient at Briere Health. But as CTV's Peter Sperling tells us, he didn't go to the concert, it came to him, leaving a lasting impression on everyone involved.
It's music you typically wouldn't hear in a hospital. But when 27-year-old
poser-ass hospitals
Briere Health patient Tim Barry asked to experience a heavy metal concert, Briere's health chaplain stepped in.
It's not unusual for us to think outside the box, but heavy metal was never on my playbook when I started here.
Tim, medically unable to go to a concert, so the concert came to him.
It was a beautiful thing.
Ottawa's Dominion Tavern putting everything together needed for the show, and for free.
We found a band, I found a lighting and sound technician, and I had all the equipment just right here waiting to go.
The lights, the sound, all the gear adding to a top performance. Of course, a heavy metal band can get loud, so to be respectful of Tim's neighbors, the concert was held here.
Fuck those pussies.
In a hospital boardroom.
If you're going to do a heavy metal show, you got to give them the full 100%. You can't, dial it back. You got to take it to 11.
Canadian power metal band The Scepter going all out.
Instantly, I was honored, warmed my heart that they thought of us, and I told the guys right away, and everyone was immediately on board.
Everyone putting together the full experience, even a custom-made ticket.
We painted his nails black. He had his heavy metal t-shirt on. They rocked out for him.
An
Hell yeah.
emotional moment and show for many in the room.
Yeah, a little bit. We were happy to have our sunglasses on.
I had nurses coming up to me after and hugging me and tearing up and saying, I'm so glad Tim got to have this.
And a memorable and unique experience for everyone involved.
Tim was really blissed out by it, yeah.
Peter Sperling, CTV News.
Shout out to Tim. Fucking awesome. Damn, shout out to the band. Do we have something appropriate for this? No, I don't really. I just have fucking stupid comments. You know what? Actually, let's celebrate. That's cool as fuck. Tim, you get the gun drummer breakdown. That's for Tim and for the band. Shout out to both of you. Don't boo this man. Cheer this man, exactly. I've lost complete faith in humanity, but this is beyond beautiful. It's the small moments that make life beautiful and worth it. You have to be like Gandalf and look to the small, beautiful moments that hold everything together. Humanity may be fucked, the world may be fucked, but Rocket is still adorable wherever he is. He's asleep. If I get cancer, send me a lean beef patty or Natasha. Yeah. Well. What else is there to talk about? That's kind of pretty much everything, really. Oh, shit. Fuck. What else am I doing next? Oh, yeah, I'm going to clip the vlog videos from Tolminator and put those on the Patreon if anyone wants to watch it like that. Thinking of more videos to do. I have a long list of video ideas, so I'll be able to pop them out quickly. But now that Tolminator is done, my priorities are breathing. Hang on. Number 2. Dark Insanity is focusing on our album. We don't have a name for it yet, but now with Technological Terror out and playing this show, we're amped the fuck up. So, people keep asking when's an album coming. It's coming very, well, maybe not very soon. You know what? I'm not going to mention anything about the album again until it's fucking done and completed. And then I'll be like, surprise. Because all the lead up to the single didn't work. But that's what we're focusing on. We will have shows in this area pop up as they do. I have a priority of moving the fuck out of California. Still definitely working on that. Now that Tolminator's over, I can focus on that a bit more. For the channel, I want to really up stuff even more. I want to get more content out. I want to set up a clips channel so that it's a little more orderly to have like actual videos here on this channel, and then clips from the podcast can be put over there. I also am going to bring back the channel I had for like a week, the Wyatt Vision channel, just my reactionary slop channel of just watching shit on YouTube, my Asmongold ripoff channel, basically. Been wanting to do that, been putting it off because I've been focused on this channel, but that would be really easy to do, just watch stuff and react to it, and that one is just everything, not metal related. I'll react to like Doomsday being a convoluted mess, and then whatever other dumb shit's going on. But for metal, I have lots of stuff coming up. That's it. Call the album Muffled Breathing. What about collection videos similar to the room tour video? I don't really have that much collection stuff, honestly, besides like what I showed off. I mean, I showed the jacket before too, so. Hell yeah, Slot Max, I'm here for it. Yeah. I get in this weird mindset of focusing on one thing way too much until it's completely done. So when I have a video that I feel like is taking too long and I get anxious to try to finish and complete it, I put off everything else, from other things I need to work on, from writing lyrics, from cleaning my fucking apartment, and I'll only focus on the video, and then the video will get done, and I'll be like, now I gotta do everything else. That's where I've been stuck at and why the Slop channel hasn't been up yet, but it's time to schedule my time and bring that up. No CD or vinyl collect? No. Honestly, no, I don't. Streaming's been a thing for a long time now. I never got into vinyl collection. I like the idea of it. I never wanted to spend the money on it. It's CDs, yeah. You can't be Asmongold ripoff. First you need dead animals in your room for that. Oh yeah! My place will always be so much cleaner and smell better than Asmongold's, for sure. Anyway, I believe that is it for this episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. We'll have new exciting stuff coming soon. We have t-shirts left over that we brought to Tolminator. We did sell some, but we have more with us. So if you see us in person, hit us up and we'll have some. And for right now, I have not updated the outro, but I will. So next time you see a video from me, next time you see a podcast, I will have new intros, better intros, similar but better. Because we got to take the actual track for Technological Terror and put it in, and I'll make a little like fun compilation video in the intro. I'm not going to change the things people like, but I'm going to spice things up a little bit more. Anyway, yeah, we're doing it. We're really doing it, Red Band.
To your thighs and belly.
Like I care.